And welcome back. I was fortunate to be one of the MCs for the first Growing Up Asian in America event 20 years ago. I've been proud to watch the program grow into one that helps thousands of Asian Americans and Pacific Islander youngsters celebrate their heritage and culture while also providing a platform to introduce and develop their talents. Joining me right now are two people who can talk about those achievements firsthand. Audrey Yamamoto, President and Executive Director for the Asian Pacific Fund, the group that provides support for numerous entrepreneurs and the driving force behind Growing Up Asian in America. And also with us is Nathan Tong, a 7th grader at Holy Rosary School in Antioch, who produced the winning video entry for grade levels 6th through 8th called Arriving in America. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you. Audrey,
we've been celebrating a lot this 20th anniversary. It's been great. Give me an idea here in terms of how big it's grown and what are you looking for? What do some of these winners kind of represent in terms of what the contest is looking for?
Sure. So since the program launched back in 1995, we have had nearly 24,000 participants, all of whom are students from throughout the Bay Area, K through 12 students like Nathan, and awarded close to $500,000 in cash and prizes. And so now every year we receive on average a little over 1,000 entries. And I'd say what they represent in terms of the content of what's shared is really the voice of our youth and what it means to them and what it's like for them today to grow up both Asian and American. It's a wonderful way for them to celebrate their heritage as part of APA Heritage Month.
And there's all these different ways for them to kind of show it, right? I mean, somebody writes a composition, some people put a video together. There's all those different ways to express themselves, huh?
Exactly. We receive the entries in the form of either art, and that could be a painting or photography, also essays or poems, and then videos is the newest category that we just added a couple of years ago.
Now, you get a lot more entries now, huh? Is it a little more difficult to kind of discern the winners?
Yeah, it's challenging. Luckily, we have some great volunteer screeners who help us do that and arrive at the top 50 winners that are then celebrated at the Asian Art Museum as part of a way to kick off APA Heritage Month. So you see some of that celebration here and some of those winners on stage.
I remember one of the things that we've been hearing is that a lot of the youngsters just have such an enjoyment of being part of something like this. No, not even winning, but just to have something, a forum, to kind of explore there with that. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think we hear that both from the students and the parents, that this is a really unique opportunity for their children to express express what it's like for them growing up Asian and to really celebrate their heritage. I don't think there are many other opportunities for them to do that in a way that's challenging and fun at the same time.
Well, Nathan, you had the winning entry, the video entry. Tell us a little bit about Arriving in America. What made you come up with that concept?
Well, I made the video to tell the story of my parents. And
did they tell you the story? Were they anxious to talk about it? Were they happy to see you do something like that?
Yeah, they really enjoyed me expressing that story through a video.
All right, let's take a look at that video, okay? And then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Celebrating our roots. Hello, my name is Nathan Tong. I'm Vietnamese, but I was born in San Francisco. My mom and my dad were the first to arrive in America, and my sister and I are the first to be born here. This is how my parents got to America. My mom and dad escaped from the communists on 2 different boats. First, my dad escaped to a refugee camp in Thailand, and my mom went to one in Indonesia. After a few months, they flew to San Francisco, met, and worked hard to raise a family. We celebrate many traditions from Vietnam. We eat traditional food and we celebrate holidays like the Lunar New Year called Tet and the Mid-Autumn Festival. My parents teach us to give back and thank America.
I never get tired of looking at that. You can come to work with us after that, okay? Give me an idea here in terms of why pick that particular way to shoot a video.
Well, I use Legos because it shows like my parents just like it showed what they did and how their hard work got me here.
You know, Audrey, a lot of people can make videos in different ways. You know what I mean? And of course, the creativity that he showed and a lot of people probably display, it's important, but it's the theme, huh? The story that was being told here, that's kind of the important thing that you want to make sure people get from it, huh?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And every year we actually have a different theme. And this year's was unique. In celebration of our 20th anniversary, we felt it would be appropriate to have a theme around celebrating our roots, reflecting on where we came from. And so we asked students to interview someone in their family to learn more about that story of their family's arrival here to America. So we got some really wonderful stories and also a great amount of appreciation, I think, and gratitude that we heard from the students. It sounded like for some of them it was the first time they realized how much their parents had sacrificed coming here, and have a much greater sort of sense of appreciation for everything their parents went through to give them the opportunities they have today.
How about you, Nathan? Did you feel like that? Did you appreciate their story more after having done the video?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for sharing that with us. Audrey, thank you for doing that.
Sure.
All right. Well, stay with us as we see and hear more from some talented youngsters, students at Harker School, winners in the prestigious Intel Science Talent Search. Hear what these young people have done and still want to do.